It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. It is Monday, October 21st. I am your host, Gabrielle Gardner. So happy that you are joining us this morning, and I'm so happy to be able to wish a happy Monday to you. I hope all of you had a great and safe weekend, albeit much of it, or quite a bit of it, was rainy. Hopefully you got to be cozy, I guess, inside as much as possible, or get a few things done. But ultimately, I hope you made some great memories with your family. We are looking forward to a great show in store for you today. We have lots of exciting conversations as we wrap up Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we're hearing about some incredible things that folks are doing in the community to, of course, raise funds, awareness, and support for those battling breast cancer and all types of cancer throughout the Bahamas. We're going to hear from the South Beach Constituency Cancer Connect Fun Run Walk. We're also going to hear from DeQuesta Dean, who is the president of the GD Caring and Sharing Cancer Support Group. We're also going to hear about the new movie, The Affair, which is garnering a lot of excitement. So I'm very excited to hear all about that. So we have some great things in store for you today. And we're going to switch things up just a little bit. I'm not going to quite give it over to our very own Godfrey Burnside. I do have a few questions. There has been a lot of discussion about Hurricane Oscar. Of course, that would have been in some of our southern islands over the past few days. And so I am keen to hear about how that process unfolded and what that looks like for us and the rest of the Caribbean. So Godfrey, good morning. This is definitely a different dynamic for us. But I am curious, it seemed for a lot of us that Hurricane Oscar just appeared out of nowhere. Talk about when and how this formed.
It's surprising to me also because when I left on Friday and I said, okay, it's only a 10% chance of this moving into a tropical cyclone. And then Saturday morning I wake up and then we have a tropical storm, and then 6 hours later we have a hurricane. Mm-hmm. Well, the conducive conditions right there was right for it at that point in time as it moved near the southeastern islands. It's affected as a hurricane, the Turks and Caicos Islands, and now it's a tropical storm over eastern Cuba. And we expect that system to hang around over the next couple of days as it moves towards the north, to late tonight into tomorrow across the southeastern islands, particular Long Island, and then to the northeast of us we have the Meguane, Inagua area, Crooked Island, Acklands, and so they'll affect them. But the winds will probably be around 45, 50 miles per hour. But the main thing is some hazardous marine conditions for boaters to stay out of the water this time. And also, it could cause some flooding in low-lying areas.
Absolutely. You mentioned that the circumstances were right to cause the hurricanes to develop so quickly. What are those circumstances?
Well, the main one is the sea surface temperature. And in that particular area, you do have some high temperatures, probably mid to upper 80s at this point in time. And that really, and there was no obstruction in the upper air, anything to share the storm itself. And so really didn't have anything to impede it from developing at that time. And then to the north of us, we had that cold front moving in. And that is why it made the dip to the north. And then it's going to make that northerly turn sometime later today into tomorrow.
It was very interesting. My mom was, I guess, in contact with someone that she knew in Inagua, and initially they had sent her a message saying, oh, the worst of it is over, we're in the clear. And then a few minutes later, she said, actually, no, there's more to it. I don't know if the eye was passing over, but it seemed like it actually had lingered longer than it was expected to. Is that a normal phenomenon?
Well, I don't think that's the case. The case is wasn't moving that fast. Mm-hmm. And probably they were experienced earlier the outer band, and then you had the tropical storm or hurricane conditions that affected those persons late on Saturday into Sunday morning. And it's continuing to have some showers and thunderstorms over that particular area at this time because of the size of the storm. It's a very small one, but it's in the vicinity that will cause some showers and thunderstorms to that particular area and some gusty winds.
And just based off of, those circumstances that you mentioned earlier, like the sea surface temperature, of course, it's just a particularly hot season in general. Do we anticipate a lot more storms like this?
Well, we're transitioning from the summer into the winter, and we're watching more cold fronts move down. Yes, you'll have some of those systems forming out there, but now the track is important as they go into the Caribbean Sea.
Okay, so hopefully we can convince the storms to give us a break. I think we've had a pretty active season so far. Hopefully they'll give us a break for the latter portion. But either way, I'm sure that you'll keep us up to date. And speaking of, I'm going to let you finish telling us all about what we can expect this week in terms of weather.
Thank you, Gabrielle.
This is Weather at Sunrise.
In your first look at weather sunrise, we do have Oscar. It's now a tropical storm. And at 5 a.m. this morning, Oscar was located at latitude 20.5 degrees north, longitude 51.1 degrees west. It's some 5 miles to the east of Guantanamo Bay in Cuba, 105 miles southwest of Matthewtown, Inagua, and 360 miles to the southeast of New Providence. Oscar is moving towards the west at 2 miles per hour. Those winds are now 50 miles per hour. And that slow movement means it's getting ready to make a turn towards the north and then to the northeast across the southeastern islands sometime tomorrow into early Wednesday, and it's going to speed away from us. Elsewhere, tropical storm formation is expected next day. And also across the islands, we have a high pressure north of us. That's going to produce some pretty good weather over the northwest and parts of the central Bahamas over the remainder of the week. So partly sunny, a little breezy and warm over the northwest Bahamas. A couple of showers possible. But we have some tropical storm conditions over the central and southeastern islands. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, still on the warm side with a few nighttime showers, continuing tropical storm conditions over the central and southeastern islands. Your high temperature 87, tonight roll off to 76. And then we have our regional highs and lows across the Caribbean. Barbados 88 and 79, in Jamaica 91 and 78, in Trinidad 1976, and the Turks and Caicos Islands 87 and 77. Across North America, Atlanta 80 and 50, in Boston 73 and 53, in Miami 83 and 77, Dallas, Texas 86 and 67, and Toronto, Canada 68 and 52. As we're going to still can deal with over the central and southeastern islands, tropical storm Oscar over the next 48 hours. We expect tropical storm conditions to continue into late Tuesday night into Wednesday, where those winds will be around 45, 50 miles per hour. But in northwest Bahamas, we continue to look at those partly sunny skies, but everything will clear out by Wednesday. And for the remainder of the week, we're looking at partly sunny skies, warm conditions, still a little breezy, particularly in the northwest Bahamas. The temperature daytime will be in the upper 80s, at nighttime in the mid 70s. That puts you up in your first look at weather sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Gabrielle.
Thanks, Godfrey. The South Beach constituency Cancer Connect Fun Run Walk will be taking place shortly. And here to tell me all about it are Bacchus Roll, the MP for South Beach, and Lakeisha Morley, representative for the City of Hope. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
All right, so tell us what inspired the South Beach constituency Cancer Connect Fun Run Walk.
So the Connect for Cancer Fun Run Walk really was the brainchild out of the constituency office, born out of this notion, just wanting to help those persons or families who were impacted by the dreaded cancer issues that have plagued our community. And so we just thought it was a great opportunity for us to heighten the awareness. Of course, each of us in our regular station in lives, whether it be church, work, Sunday school, we know of persons or families that would have been impacted by cancer, and it cuts and touches so deeply for each and every one of us. And so we wanted to just assist with whether it be purchasing treatment, with mammograms, etc. And so we just wanted to, do that. And we thought that if we bring the community together, and of course, me being a former athlete, I want to encourage healthy lifestyles. So we just try to merge the two concepts, and we came up with this Fun Run Walk mini health expo. All right, so it's going to be a great opportunity for the community to come out and participate in a Fun Run Walk Saturday, the 26th of October at 6 a.m. We have a 10K run. That's a minimum $20 cost. There's a 5K free walk. The walk is free. And then we have added this new twist, which is a 2K run for high school students and cross-country clubs that want to participate. Of course, there'll be surprises, no cash prizes, but prizes for all in all age groups. And so it's going to be a wonderful time.
So talk about the partnership. Of course, City of Hope is something that we're all very familiar with. Of course, you went through a rebrand, but it is one of those organizations, when you talk about breast cancer, when you talk about any kind of cancer, that has a great relationship with the Bahamas. Why did you want to partner with the South Beach constituency on this?
Well, we've been in partnership with South Beach constituency for the past 3 years now, and we found it to be a good initiative to give back to the community. With City of Hope, we deal with strictly cancer, all types of adult cancer, and we want to be able to bring awareness to the community, in particular this being Breast Cancer Month, just to let persons know that we are here, we are in the community, we are willing to assist as much as needed.
So is this, I know the run is at a cost, but the walk is free. Are you using this as a fundraiser, or is this just, generating awareness within the community?
Well, we're doing both, really. The 10K run is a $20 cost. We have about 90 persons already enrolled, which is good. But we wanted to bring awareness. Of course, you want to, of course, involve the avid runners as well as the not so avid runners, the leisure walkers like myself. But of course, I do believe that I am a big-time walker.
Well, so you mentioned that you were an athlete back in the day. Are you going to bring back the running shoes?
I can't.
Maybe just for this.
The knees are bad. I can't run anymore, but I do walk at a brisk pace. But again, this is an opportunity really for us to merge with the community. Really to entrench ourselves even deeper into our constituency, and we really are looking for not only our constituents but persons across the island of New Providence that want to come out and support. If you bring a donation, we will love it. This year we have decided to donate to Sister, which is an organization well known for what it is doing in our community for those who are impacted by cancer. In our first year, we did a donation to the Cancer Society of the Bahamas. In our second year, we donated to individuals and families within the constituency that, were impacted. This year, we decided to go with Sister. These are great organizations that reach out to Bahamians to lend a helping hand. This, breast cancer is such a dreaded disease, and for us to be able to just do our part is what we're all about.
You mentioned that it's also a mini health expo.
Yes.
So what can folks look forward to? Obviously, once they're done with the race, what does that process look like?
So at the end of the race, in the race village, we have cooking demonstration by Chef Addie Farrington from the University of the Bahamas. She's going to show you guys how to do a fat-free chicken sauce.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about, right? Great cooking demo. We have free branding tastes and tests from Lightborn Trading, Caribbean Bottling. I can't remember the other companies. We have a massage area brought to you by BTVI, which massage students will be offering massages for those persons that would just finish the walk or the race. Of course, you have your fruits, your refreshing drinks, etc. But again, I think Serene Medical Clinic will be there with glucose testing, diabetes, high blood pressure checks, etc., along with 2 doctors and some nurses. So it's an opportunity, of course, to even come and get your screening done. All right. So it's just a great time. We'll be out there. It goes from 6 a.m. To possibly around 10, 11. So it's a wonderful time. Like I said, this is the 3rd one. We've had a great run. This one is going to be even bigger and better. And so we just want the entire community to come out and support.
And how do folks register if they
So
want to
you
be a
can
part?
register on the website, which is mysouthbeach242.com, www.mysouthbeach242.com. You can also register if you walk into the South Beach constituency office. Ms. Corley will be there with a smile, willing and able to assist.
And tell me, I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Oh boy.
But what is or if you know, what is the precise route that you're going to be taking?
Okay, so the 5K walk, it's a free walk. From South Beach itself, on Blue Hill Road South, you would go east onto South Beach Road, north onto East Street, to the police station and Zion Boulevard, west on Zion Boulevard, south on Blue Hill Road, back to the beach. The 10K run, from the beach, east onto South Beach Road, north onto East Street, all the way up to Soldier Road, west on Soldier Road to Blue Hill Road, south on Blue Hill Road to the beach. And so that's 10K. It's going to be a wonderful time. We've had, people come out and lovers come out and walk holding hands. We've had, I had some church members who come out believe they could beat me walking. Yeah, beat me walking. It can't happen. It can't happen.
You walk briskly.
Yeah, my team, guys from our softball team, the divers, an old-timer softball team. Hey, buddy, you can't beat me. It won't happen. I'm going to throw this challenge out. There's a group of walkers that walk every day, and I haven't walked in a while, But anybody that beats me, I have a special treat for you.
Okay, we're going to do a follow-up to make sure that they indeed got their special treat. Just bringing it back to City of Hope. Of course, this, like so many events that are happening this month in particular for breast cancer awareness, this event is focusing on just providing support to those who are battling, the families of those who are battling. You're obviously very familiar with what that process looks like for so many people. Talk about the importance of a community coming together to support those who've been diagnosed with cancer.
Well, first and foremost, I just want to say, remind the people that, cancer is not a death sentence. When we think about cancer, we think doom and gloom, and there are people living and surviving with and after cancer. So we just want to keep an open mindset, and that's where the community comes into play, like to remind us, like, listen, we have your back. We're here to support you. We're here to help along the way. If that help means, coming with you at these fun run walks, going with you to your medical annual visits, making sure you get your mammograms and everything else. But all of that is support, and that's where we come in as well.
I'm so encouraged just to see how the community is coming together. First of all, to be proactive about health in general so that we don't necessarily find ourselves in certain circumstances, but to support those who are facing some really dire circumstances. So I just want to say kudos to you on the incredible work that you're doing, and I'm excited. I can't wait to see pictures.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely can check the website as well as our Facebook and Instagram pages. Bacchus Roll is my handle. But, thanks to City of Hope for just reaching out and lending us that support. We couldn't do it. We definitely could do it in year 1, 2, or 3 without them. And so this partnership, this marriage, is what it is. And it's been great for us, great for the community, and hopefully great for the Bahamas in general.
Now remind us of the website where folks can register.
mysouthbeach242.com. www.mysouthbeach242.com.
All right, so if it's your South Beach, or even if it isn't, even if you aren't a part of the South Beach community, you definitely want to be a part of this Cancer Connect Fun Run Walk for such a good cause. Thank you all for joining me this morning.
Thank you
for
very
having
much.
us.
And thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Ria Christina, and I'm super excited to be the new host of You and Your Money, a local international bank that has actually been closing some of their branches. It actually gives me an opportunity to share my views, my take on the financial matters. Even when we think about what's happening globally, we still have a lot of work to do in terms of having to educate business owners as to the importance, the economic impact, and how it is that we can look at improving the Bahamian economy. $1 billion. That's how much we spend every year importing food in this country. It also gives me an opportunity to have conversations, and that's meaningful conversations with thought leaders within our community, even having to see how it is that we can work together, or even the opportunities that may exist for many Bahamians. So I'm excited to be here and looking forward to the great conversations that's to come.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts.
Hey family, step into sophistication at Dash Designer Boutique, number 13 Parliament Street. There you'll find a wide array of colorful, elegant fashion for ladies. Shop brand name clothing and shoes such as McDougal, Bashley Mishka, Sam Elderman, Jeffrey Campbell, and Jessica Simpson. We've got you covered for the office, date night, red carpet events, and more. Also check out our stunning accessories. That's Dash Designer Boutique, number 13 Parliament Street. Open 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
Welcome back. The Affair is a stage play that's causing a lot of buzz even before it has come out. Joining me this morning to talk all about it are the co-producers. We have director and co-producer Michaela Forbes, as well as writer and co-producer Corel Pinder. Good morning, ladies, and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, Gabrielle.
Thanks so much. All right, so we know that this title is very juicy in and of itself. It sparks a lot of curiosity. And so, tell me, what is The Affair all about?
I think that's the intention.
So
yeah, so I'm super excited. So The Affair, the storyline is Tiffany is about to celebrate her 40th birthday. It was 1984, babies. I'm 1985, so I got one more year before 40. But she's celebrating her 40th birthday, and as they prepare for this birthday party, and at the birthday party, certain secrets threaten to ruin the birthday party event, but also a lot more. And so a lot is revealed at this birthday party, and it threatens to ruin a lot. But basically the play is about love, it's about marriage, it's about faith. And there has a little bit of scandal in it. My mom, it wasn't my mom because my mom hates the title. I think it was my sister. She was like, you don't want to name it Sweetheartin', in the Bahamas, they know it as Sweetheartin'. I said, no, but it's really a play on words. The Affair, her birthday party, it's an event. But, maybe there's another affair. We'll have to come to the show and see.
Okay, I like it. I like that intrigue and that layer, that double entendre, because I was, obviously, when you think of the phrase "the affair" and then it's a romance, your mind starts to fill in the blanks. But I think that's great. I think that's great to spark that curiosity. What are you hoping that this play does? Obviously, when you create something, You hope that it sparks a conversation. So what is your desire?
I'm definitely desiring that it definitely, sparks a conversation on marriage, on love, on faith, and gives people hope that you can get to the next side. Whatever that next side is, you can get there. So I'm hoping that people leave there just uplifted, but also laughing, and also a little say, oh, it was awesome. So I think it's gonna be awesome. I don't want to say too much because Karel will kill me, but I just hope people leave there uplifted and just ready to just run with it.
So I do know that the play is supposed to take place at Bahamas Harvest Church. Is this a partnership between the church, or is this just using the venue?
It's definitely a partnership between Bahamas Harvest, my company, a Safe Space podcast is all about healing and growth, and Karel's company, Island Dreams Management. Yes.
Obviously, using the phrasing "the affair" adds a layer, I think, of sophistication rather than us just saying "sweethearting," as you would say. But I mean, that's really one of those things that's kind of unfortunately plagued our community for a long time, to the point where I heard a gentleman say, "Oh, that's part of our culture. That's part of who we are." How are we changing this narrative as it relates to, marriage, and really just having the utmost respect for it?
I think even though in the play they're going to see a lot of drama, they're going to laugh, I think those messages are going to be seen throughout it. I like to write pieces where it's not only like, oh, that was a good story, or that was juicy, or I laughed. I like you to walk away and really begin to think about what was played out on the stage, and when I do film, what was played out on the screen. I do it in a subtle way so it's not feeling like super preachy, but something that you're like, oh, I didn't even think about that. And so there are definitely seeds along the way that we have weaved through the script so that you leave, even the cast, when they read it, they were like, did someone help you write this? And I was like, the Holy Spirit. It was Jesus. Because I've never been married, and a lot of the situations that people are going to go through in this show, I've never experienced in my life. And so I really had to depend on God and what he wanted to download in me to write through these storylines. And persons who were reading the script, they have experienced some of the things, and they were like, this is relatable. So it's very surprising you've never encountered any of these things.
It's very relatable. And in your 40s, you get this revelation, so I believe that it's going to be relatable to anybody who's just anybody in general. But like how you said, the guy said, it's part of our culture. I believe that we take cheating, sweethearting too casually in the Bahamas. People say in the Caribbean, but I just can speak from the Bahamas. So we hope that people look at it differently and try to make changes when they leave their affair.
We mentioned the fact that this straddles the line. Obviously, there's drama, there's entertainment value, but there is inspiration. There is a layer of faith as part of it. Talk about straddling that fence between being super preachy. We went through a struggle, and then Jesus fixed it. The end, yay! Versus, talking about real life, but with that layer of hope and that layer of belief that things could be better.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of reality in the show in terms of things just don't fix automatically. And so when persons watch the show, I feel like they would feel like it's authentic. And that's why I said I was very happy that when persons read it, they said I could relate to it. Because if someone says I could relate to it, that means that it wasn't just slam, like just, oh yeah, stick a bow on it, it's good now. And so I think that gave me the encouragement that it wasn't just stick a bow. And I've been writing for a long time, and so I know that I always want to write realistic stories, and so I think that's what we were able to do with the show.
Let's talk about the cast. Who is bringing this to life?
Oh my gosh, we have an awesome cast. We have our lead actress, Olivia Dorset. She's playing Tiffany, and she's the one who is revealed at this affair. We have Dion Johnson. Dion Johnson, who is also our lead actor. And we have Hartman Brown. We have Travana. We have Nesta. We have so much Nicole. We have Nicole and Giovanna. Yes.
So awesome actors. This is my first time casting in Nassau. I'm from Grand Bahama, and so we've done plays in Nassau from 2014, but we always brought the cast over. I had Jaquay in it before, but sometimes we have cameos. But we've never had to rely. So I had to rely very heavily on Michaela, because I tell people I look for three things. Can you sell the show? Do you have acting ability? And are you loyal? It's a lot of commitment. It's months of preparation and practice. for a show to go up. So I had to rely very heavily on persons Michaela had worked with before. And Olivia had worked with her in Grand Bahama, but she's now based here. So that gave me like a confidence that someone that I've worked with before is leading the show.
And we left auditions with the cast. I mean, there was one or two whose schedules could not obviously help, but we left with a full cast. And we believe that we got the cast that we were meant to have at the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay, so we know this is taking place at Bahamas Harvest Church. When is this taking place?
It's taking place on November 2nd, Saturday, November 2nd at Bahamas Harvest Church at 8 p.m. You can get your tickets online. You can scan the QR code on our flyer or go to Island Dreams Management and you get manual tickets at Bahamas Harvest Church during the week between 9 to 4, Monday to Thursday, or on Sundays at church times.
Yeah, and if they put on Instagram, they could put the affair on Instagram, just type that in, or on Google, if they type in the affair, Island Dreams Management, or if they type on Facebook the affair, it'll come up and they can click the link for online tickets.
Yes.
And so this is one night only. You said November 2nd. That was the only date.
One night only.
So you have no
One
chance.
night only.
You have no chance
One
to see this
night
after the
only.
fact.
One night only.
Was that intentional to create a little bit of a demand, or is it just, not logistically feasible because you're using a church venue?
So that was one of the things, logistically feasible with a church and their schedules and everything they have going on to make sure that it could happen. They also seat 700.
Okay.
And so with the 700 seating, it was, can we sell out
Yes,
700
can we
seats?
sell- yes.
If then we'll see what we can
What
do in the
happens.
future.
Yeah.
But with 700 seats, and then like we said, it is a church, so you can't use a Sunday. Fridays are kind of hectic for persons coming from work. And so there was back and forth with what is the most feasible. So we did one night only. If we can fill the 700 seats,
We'll
in
see
the
what
future we'll
happens.
see.
Right.
But let's fill those seats first. And we do go to Grand Bahama November 23rd and 24th.
Yes.
Okay, so everyone's getting a chance to be a part of this.
Yes.
I'm from Grand
And
Bahama. I have to go back.
National. We're going national.
I have to go back. They're going to be like, did you go to NASA and switch?
And you brought in, so now you're importing your cast from NASA. Now you're switching it up.
Yes.
But that's just so excellent. I'm so happy to see, that you both were able to collaborate on a project that obviously you believe in very much, that we think is going to be relatable, that's going to be entertaining, but that's also going to be inspiring. Who is the show for?
Oh my gosh, the show is for everyone, whether you're single, whether you're married, whether you're dating, whether you're divorced. When I came to Corel with this vision I had for a live show. At first it wasn't a play, but the Holy Spirit told me it was going to be a play. And at the same time, Corel called me after the Holy Spirit told me it was going to be a play. And she said, it should be a play. She said, I'm going to write it. I'm like, go ahead, but it's for anybody who needs hope. So Corel said she was not married. I have been married, and my marriage ended in divorce. So at some point, I focused on my podcast, which is giving people healing and hope after divorce. But God said, I want to reveal some other things through this place. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to just, for anybody, just give them hope.
Yeah, and if you're a millennial, I think you'll definitely enjoy it because it falls in that range. But even if you're not, even if you're older, I think if you're younger, it's going to really plant some seeds of, I didn't know these things happen or exist. And I think if you're older, you'll be like, I wish somebody had talked about this before, because there are a lot of things that, and I think that's what the cast said too when they read the script for the first time. I wasn't around a lot of people who talked about these things because, we hide a lot of things.
Yes.
We hide a lot of things in this culture. So
Yeah.
it reveals a lot of things that people hide,
Don't
and it
talk
talks
about.
about conversations people need to talk about. And so the dynamic of never being married, but being married, I think it brings a great symmetry of what's going to be on stage.
Yes.
Wow, sounds like there's something for everybody at the affair. There's only 700 seats, and it's one night only, so you better get your tickets now. You can get them online anywhere, pretty much, that you type in the affair.
Yeah, VIP's almost sold out, so people need to be on it.
All right. Well, ladies, I just want to say kudos and congratulations to you. I know how much work something like this is, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Gabrielle. Thank you for having us.
And thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Man, I thought retirement would have slowed you down.
It's the island life, son. Living in paradise.
Must be nice. Can't wait until it's my turn, if that day ever comes.
My financial planner has provided me with solutions for my future. Pension, retirement, and even property management.
So who helped you with all this?
Let's go, son. 2 more miles.
What's Leno?
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
We know how important collecting your money can be to the success of your business. Start your relationship with Fidelity today so that we can show you the many options available to you with our merchant services. From click and pay options online to merchant terminals and e-commerce options. We're here to help your business succeed. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit any of our branches.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. I hope that you are having a happy Monday. It's definitely a happy Monday here on today's show. We've had some great conversations so far just about some of the exciting things happening in the month of October and leading into November. We are wrapping up our Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we've just seen so many incredible celebrations. And of course, we got to talk about the South Beach Connect Fun Run Walk for cancer awareness. And we're also going to have another conversation with DeQuesta Dean about the GD Caring and Sharing Cancer Support Group. So many inspiring stories about hope, about healing, and about just the magic that support from the public, from family, and from friends can do for somebody facing a terrible diagnosis. We also got to talk about The Affair, an upcoming stage play which will be held at Bahamas Harvest Church on November 2nd. That's talking about, I guess, some really exciting things that you'll be happy to discover. There's a double entendre there, but I won't give away any more than they have given away. And of course, we're going to check out a story about the NTA, the National Training Agency, who is transforming lives and giving people the power to transform their lives. But before we get into all of that, we're going to take our second look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
This is Weather at Sunrise.
Thank you, Gabrielle. Good morning, Bahamas. Yes, second look at weather at sunrise. We look at the tropics, and we only have Tropical Storm Oscar. And Tropical Storm Oscar is bringing hazardous marine conditions to the central and southeastern islands. And you also have some strong surge, some heavy rainfall, strong winds. Oscar is currently across eastern Cuba. Some weakness expected, and then the northeasterly track is expected later today into tomorrow as it crosses the central and southeastern islands. And there's a high risk for flooding across the islands. And at 5 a.m. this morning, Oscar is located in latitude 20.1 degrees north, longitude 75.1 degrees west, and that puts about 5 miles east of Guantanamo Bay in Cuba, 105 miles southwest of Matthewtown in Agua, and 360 miles to the southeast of New Providence. Oscar is moving towards the west at 2 miles per hour, and that should being maintained until later today and tomorrow, when it takes a more northerly turn or northwesterly turn, and then race out towards the northeast. Winds are now 50 miles per hour. We do expect some weakness of the system as it moves off the coast of Cuba later today. Elsewhere, tropical storm formation expected during the next 5 days. In your marine forecast today, we do have advisory posted on all the islands. Today, winds northeast at 15-20 knots with higher gusts, seas 5 to 8 feet of northwest Bahamas, northeast to east at 20-25 knots, gusting to gale force at times over the central and southeastern islands, those seas up to 9 feet. And then we have tropical storm conditions over the southeastern islands. And then on Tuesday, those winds northeast to east at 15-20 knots with higher gusts, seas 5 to 8 from northwest Bahamas, tropical storm conditions over the central and southeastern islands. And then on Wednesday, those winds are north to northeast at 15-20 knots, seas 4 to 6 feet over the northern islands, 15-20 knots, seas 6 to 9 feet over the province of Luther Andrews area, and then south to southwest at 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet over the southeastern islands. Your tides. You can expect a high tide 11:29 this morning. Your next low tide will be at 6:03 this evening. High gain tonight at 11:52. Sunset 6:35 this evening. Rising by 7:12. UV index 8. Your water temperature 84 degrees Fahrenheit. And your moon phase full moon. External look. High pressure will dominate the weather across the islands in the northwest and parts of the central. But tropical storm conditions will continue over the central and southeastern islands, portions of the central Bahamas, through tomorrow into Wednesday morning, and then the high pressure takes control of all the islands. So we're going to look at partly sunny skies on northwest Bahamas, some cloudy skies with showers and thunderstorms, no showers every time, thunderstorms with tropical storm conditions. And then by Thursday, we look at partly sunny skies across the islands, and those winds will start decreasing. Temperature daytime will be in the upper 80s, at nighttime in the mid-70s. That pressure up and further could weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Davriel.
Thanks, Godfrey. The GD Caring and Sharing Cancer Support Group is doing an incredible work that we are highlighting during this month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, of course. Joining me now are DeQuesta Dean, the president of GD Caring and Sharing Cancer Support Group, and Yolanda Heiler, a 7-year survivor. Good morning, ladies, and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for having us.
So I feel like this whole month has turned pink. Everywhere I look on social media, I'm seeing,
Yes.
corporate companies, I'm seeing social entities, everyone is talking about breast cancer awareness because it's one of those things that really does affect a very large portion of our community.
Yes.
And we obviously want to see the best possible outcomes for as many people as possible. So tell me, what is the GD Caring and Sharing Cancer Support Group focusing on this month?
Education and awareness is our primary focus. Yes, we need donations. Yes, the financial costs are high, but we also believe in prevention and early detection. So we're out there encouraging women and men to get tested. We're encouraging women to do their self-exams every month. Early detection is not cliche. It is extremely important. It is the difference between how hard you will have to fight for life and how much money you have to spend to actually do that. So this entire month, we've been visiting corporate organizations. We've been on radio shows. We've been here on Bahamas at Sunrise because we want to get in front of the audience to let them know that they're not exempt. And, when we're young, we think, oh, that's not going to happen to us. Or if we don't have a family history, we may be thinking, it's not going to happen to us. But women, just by virtue of having breasts, we are at risk for breast cancer. So we want to get the message out that, listen, get your testing done. The imaging can pick up something before your fingers can pick it up. Let's stay ahead of the game so that, one, you may not have to get into treatment for cancer, or two, if you have to, it's early detection and the fight will be less difficult than if you have a stage 3, stage 4 diagnosis.
Sometimes what holds people back, I think, from getting the exams they need is fear.
Yes.
They don't actually want to be confronted by the potential of bad news. But of course, delaying that process could lead to more bad news. Just talk to the person who's afraid to go out.
Well, I want to share a quick personal story. My mom was diagnosed with cancer twice. And her first diagnosis, she was in her late 40s. And so when I got into my late 40s, I did not do my testing for 2 years because I was afraid I would get a diagnosis. And so because I was fearful that, okay, well, mommy was in her late 40s and, you know, having a family member like your mom or your aunt who has cancer gives you a greater risk. And so I was like, I'm not going to find out and tell my doctor. Like, she just cornered me and she was like, listen, you have to do this. You cannot gamble with your life. Let's get it done. And you would not believe that when I did it that second year, I got a precancerous diagnosis and I had to take immediate action to save my own life. So to the person out there who is afraid, I'd like to encourage you to grab a community, get support. You can call our support group. We're going to go with you to the doctor. We're going to go with you to do your imaging. You don't have to do it alone. We want you to see these survivors as evidence that you could live, you could thrive 7 years, 53 years, 20 years. We have survivors that have been alive and thriving for over 60 years, like survivorship, not their age. Like, you know, so yes, it is a frightening experience. We do have to learn how to face that fear. And I wanted to be transparent in sharing that story because fear can cripple us. And if we don't take action, we leave ourselves open to dire consequences in the future.
Yes, I think that's so important. Talk to us, Ms. Hyler, about your experience. Of course, you're a 7-year survivor. I have to say congratulations.
Thank you.
But talk about what that process looked like for you.
In 2015, normal day, I got up, had a shower, dealt with the kid, with the boys, and as I was doing my self-exam, I felt a lump in my right breast. And when I felt the lump, I went to my husband, oh, there's a lump in my breast. And he was like, don't go tell me, go tell your doctor, jokingly. So I was like, okay. Right then and there, my middle son, he was going through a lot of medical concerns. So I said, I'll wait till he's done. We were done with him, and then I'll go. So I went, and I went to do a mammogram, and they told me I have to do an ultrasound because the technician said, well, I don't like what I see. I said, that's all you could say? I said, come on. You know, she said, I don't like what I see. I have to call the doctor. The doctor came in, and when he came in, he said, I want you to do ultrasound. I did ultrasound. He said, now you have to do a biopsy. Right then and then, a red flag and my antenna went up. Okay, Yolanda, this is going to be real. So I went to work. I did everything. But a week later, my doctor called me. He didn't know I was to work. And he was like, Yolanda, I have some very bad news. I said, what is it? He said, you have breast cancer. I think I fainted for about 2 seconds, and I got up off the floor. You know, I got tough, and I went. He said, I want to see you now. I went to his office, and he said, right now, we're going to get the ball rolling now. We don't want to wait till, we want to get the ball rolling now. So that was in February. And by March, I had my surgery. My husband and I opted not to have the breast removed, so we opted to have a double mastectomy because I said, okay, I already have the 3 boys, everyone and, flat and everything, so so I said, I don't mind losing my girls to, just to make sure I live, to make sure you understand. So that was it. And then, I did chemo, a lot of stages of chemo. And chemo was very rough. Some days I would go under the tree, a mango tree in the backyard, and I would stay there for about 4 hours, just for the sun rays to, just to make me feel or empower me. And I would go inside. It's been rough, but thank God I made it through. I made it through. And it wasn't for the grace of God, and it wasn't for my support, my family, my husband, my family, my in-laws, my caring and sharing group. I don't know. I think I would have lost my mind a long time. Wow. And I thank God for support. Yes. And for those who don't have support, we are here to help you navigate through whatever fear, whatever you think you cannot do. We are here to help you because we pray together, we sing together, and we are here to make sure that you pull through.
I think just speaking to your theme for the month, talking about awareness and education, even that wasn't necessarily a mammogram that flagged you. You did a self-exam, as you should. Right. And that's one of those things that people can take into their own hands, even before you spend any money, before you go out the door to the doctor. Yes. That's a tool that you can use that can save your life.
It's a part of the messaging that we're sharing, that you just take
every month, the same time of the month, 3 or 4 days after your cycle, to do the self-exam. It's not difficult. You check under your arms, you check your breasts. It's a visual exam first. You're looking at your breasts. You're looking to see if there are any changes. You're looking to see if your nipple is going in or out. You're looking to see if you have any rashes, any thickening. So you're giving it a visual look. And then after you know, okay, everything looks normal, now you're feeling. And so you're feeling in circular motions. You're feeling in and out. You're feeling vertical. You're feeling to see if you feel anything at all. And once you know what normal is, when normal changes, you now have cause to say, let me go and check this out, because I've been checking myself for 6 months and this hasn't ever happened before, so I need to go and see a doctor. Absolutely. And I wanted to share that Yolanda actually has a family history of cancer. And I think it's important for us to know what our family history is in any medical disease. And that's super important because it makes us be more aware of the steps that we need to take to stay ahead of the game. So I don't know if she can talk a little bit about that before we move on.
Well, when I was a little bit younger, I had an aunt, and she lives in Miami, and we wonder why every time I go, she have one flat chest. I'm like, what's going on with you? So she called me in the room and she showed me her chest, and she's like, well, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I decided to take the breast off. And we didn't really knew much about breast cancer then, and what it does to the body. And she went through chemo, and then what really hit home, I had a cousin who was diagnosed with colon cancer a few years ago, and then I had a brother who died from throat cancer, and my mom and my sister died in 2022 with colon cancer. My sister died the day before my mother's funeral.
Wow.
So when I'm sitting here in awe, because we never knew that my family had such history, and it's so important to know your lineage. It's so important to know your family history so that you can now get a grip of what you need to do to make sure that you stay healthy and make sure that you stay alive. And a lot of people that are tight-lipped about a lot of illnesses. This isn't the time to be tight-lipped. It's time to tell your children, your children's children, what they need to know about their history so they can survive.
Yes. And I mean, I hate going from such a poignant note, but I do want to catch, I know you have some events this month for this incredible cause. I just want to make sure that you're able to talk a little bit about those.
So this coming Sunday, we're having a celebration of life for cancer survivors. We had it last year. It was phenomenal. The room is full of women who were celebrating, crying, rejoicing, worshiping. And so we're doing the same thing again this year. We focus a lot on the negative parts of the disease, what it takes away from us, but we wanted to focus on what it also gives us. Every survivor will tell you their life is completely different. They got a new lease on life. They're living in purpose. They're taking that pain and converting that. And so we're celebrating them this coming Sunday at 1 o'clock at Super Club Breezes. If you want to support our event, the tickets are $85. Yes, I know you're saying no, $85, but that's a full brunch. We go to the hotels now, you pay that. As well as entertainment. We have a lot of entertainment. We have a worship experience with a lot of prizes and giveaways, so it's well worth it, and a full meal, including dessert. So that's one thing that I want to share. And then the second thing I want to share is that we are in the market for a space that we can physically move into. We have a working space right now. We're growing too much for the space that we're in, so we're looking for a space where we can hold our meetings and also have our retail store. And every month or every other month, we're doing seminars and workshops to help our survivors learn how to thrive again. And so we need a space for that. So if you're out there and you feel like donating a rental space for us for a year, and we pick up the rent after that, we'll be very grateful for that. Or if you can help us in any way as it relates to getting into a space, we'll be very grateful.
Well, I just want to say kudos to the GT Caring and Sharing Cancer Support Group, and to shout out to all of our survivors, all those women, all those brave women like yourselves who have walked through this and have come out the other side victorious. So definitely worth celebrating.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
I think we should open a bank account for Bradley.
Why? We already have enough bank accounts.
Well, the boy of age now, he should start learning how to protect his own money.
Protection. At a bank? We can protect our money right in our house.
Mommy, banks have deposit insurance. It'll protect all of your deposits if a bank fails, all the way up to $50,000.
You have deposit insurance?
Yes, by simply opening an account with a bank or credit union that's a member of the Deposit Insurance Corporation. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if the bank or credit union fails, right? But don't worry. Payouts to depositors will be made promptly.
Insurance is important, and your Bahamian dollar deposits are protected by the Deposit Insurance Corporation.
Okay. Let's go open that account.
To learn more, visit our website at www.dic.bs for more information.
Thank you, Godfrey. Today kicks off our new monthly series called Transforming Lives with the National Training Agency, which was established in 2013 with a vision to create a workforce that is highly productive, service-oriented, globally competitive, and responsive to the dynamics of the Bahamian economy. Here to talk with us, we have Jadian Miller. He is the Business Development Manager and ILM Assessor with the National Training Agency. And we have Nikia Lang. She is the HR and Quality Assurance Manager with the National Training Agency. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning.
Good
morning.
Thank
you for having us.
Great to have you all here. We are transforming lives, right? And that's what our segment is about. So let's talk a little bit about the agency. What services does the agency provide and why?
Thank you so much for asking. And good morning, Bahamas. So we have a few different services we provide. So we provide a job preparation and readiness program. That's through our entry-level workplace training program. That helps our young people who need workforce training. We also provide a job productivity and performance enhancement training. That's through the Institute of Leadership and Management that trains business professionals. We also have certification programs that are done through City and Guilds, Institute of Leadership and Management, and we have short customized trainings. Let's say for companies who just want customer service, we provide those customized trainings.
Why are these offerings important? What role does this play in the development of our business community?
Well, when you think about the business community and we look at things today, customer service is not where it needs to be.
Really?
Right? It has changed. Well, we
Really?
we all understand that, right? Things have changed. So what we're trying to do is raise the productivity and performance in the workplace. And that's what these programs target.
Fantastic. And once again, it's for persons who are entering the workforce who may not have had the experience, they may not have, had the summer jobs or the internships that would have maybe given them the experience, the professionalism. This is a great opportunity. Yes. And it's such a wide offering there for persons to learn. So what's the demographic of persons that the agency caters to?
All right, so the demographic that we cater to is 16 to 26-year-olds, and this is the demographic that we see have fallen below the 54%, that is. These are the persons that may not have done well academically, and so the agency gives them a second chance through our programs.
Which is wonderful because, everyone deserves a second chance. Not everybody learns the same way. And sometimes life presents challenges, and so you might be delayed but not denied. So that's why we have the National Training Agency. Tell me a little bit about that 54% and why is it we're focusing on this group of people?
Okay, so that 54% is very important to us because those are the persons that have been ruled out, in a sense. They don't have the qualifications to get them into the workforce. So we bring them in, we assess them, and we train them. So we give them skills in like auto service and care, food and beverage, hospitality, teacher's aid, non-instructional teacher's aid, allied health for patient care technicians. And these are the persons that you may see in your hospitals or when you go to visit your doctors. And that speaks volumes to us because now these were the persons you were just looking at a few months ago as not having anything. And here we are, having them fully up to par to go and transition into the workforce.
And this is why we're highlighting transforming lives. I can imagine how liberating and transformative that might be. You may feel as though you're being held back because of a mistake, something that you had no control over. And now you have the opportunity through the National Training Agency to level up, right?
Yes.
We leveling up like Beyonce. So for those who do not fall within this age group or within this specific demographic, are there other programs from the agency that they can take?
So outside of the entry-level workplace training program that Ms. Lang just mentioned, we have our Institute of Leadership and Management. That's a paid program, but that helps to raise the productivity and performance in the workplace. And we also have the certificate programs I would have mentioned, certification programs, and the customized training programs that they can take advantage of for a cost.
So who takes the ILM program?
Yes, sir.
Who takes that? Who signs up for that? Or who should sign up for that?
So normally businesses would sign up their employees. So let's say, for example, they said they come to the agency and say, listen, we need more improvement in customer service. We need help with business writing. We need help with communication skills. We need help with teamwork. We need help with motivation. They come to us. And the Institute of Leadership and Management is headquartered in London. So what happens is the program is very strenuous. When I say strenuous, it means a lot of work, right? But it helps to improve productivity and performance. And guess what? They have to put together a portfolio that goes to London for evaluation. So it's not a local organization who evaluates this. It goes to London, and once they approve the learner after they complete their work, then they get the certification.
Yeah, that sounds like a program we all could benefit from. And I learned something new, that companies can come to the National Training Agency and tailor a training program specific to their needs. For the program that's for the 15 to 26, how is that program funded?
Okay, so it's funded through government subvention, all right? So we get something from the government that will help fund that, as well as through our private sector partners.
Yeah, we need the village to pour in, right?
So it takes a village. So our village has come together collectively to ensure that these trainees get exactly what it is that they need to be able to progress into the workforce.
And I will always encourage the private sector to support programs like this, because you could be funding your next CEO.
That is correct.
That's going to come up through this program. You can your COO, CFO, the receptionist who everybody loves at the front door, that loyal employee that's going to stick with you for 30 years. You never know who's going to come through these pipelines, so you always got to chip in and contribute. To date, how many persons or young persons has the agency trained?
All right, so to date, we have trained over 8,000 young persons from 2013 to current. Awesome. All right, so the agency is doing a brilliant job.
And what has been some of the feedback you would typically get from persons that come through your program? What do they say to you guys when they're all done?
Thank you. It's constant thank you. We always get positive feedback from the programs and exactly what it is that we're doing. Just recently, we had a trainee who's now working inside a doctor's office, and she would have written back to us to tell us, Ms. Lang, thank you so much. Mr. Miller, thank you so much for all that you've done. I have a new take as to what life has to offer for me now. I just thought that I would just stay at this point, but now here I am, I'm excelling. I'm going to go now and become a nurse. And these are the type of feedback that we're looking for, just to let us know that we are indeed transforming lives at the agency.
You are transforming lives. Y'all got me ready to cry. This is so touching. I love it. What type of person does it take to get through this program? Let's say you're somebody who's doing the entry-level program. What do they need to walk into that building with, and what are they going to walk out with?
First of all, you need to be determined. You need to have discipline. You need to be mentally prepared, because what happens is during this program, it's a free program, so it's free to the trainees. And you have to come there ready to work, ready to learn, right? Energetic and excited to take in information, because you're gonna have 4 weeks of soft skills. We have expert trainers who come and deliver the content. And then you have 10 weeks of practical skills training. So you have to come there and say, listen, we have 14 weeks to go. I have to be ready. And I know I'm not able to work, because we want to make sure we help unemployed persons who fall within that 54% that Ms. Lang would have mentioned. So it takes a lot of determination, takes a lot of focus. You want to make sure that you come and learn as much as you can, apply the information, show that you know what was presented, and you can actually apply that information. So it really takes someone who's strong, ready to go, and ready to change their lives.
The sky is the limit. I know there's folks watching this show right now who are thinking about, how do I sign myself up for the entry-level program or any of the other programs? So how do we sign up for the entry-level program?
All right, so they can do so by visiting our website, ntabahamas.org, or they can come down to our Gladstone office and register in person, or you can telephone us, 461-6000, and someone is ready and available to take your call and get you started right away.
Are there any prerequisites, or I just need to be determined, disciplined, ready to work?
Okay, so there are some prerequisites. You have to be between the ages of 16 to 26, unemployed. I'm so sorry, it's for unemployed persons, because like Jadian said, we need to make sure that you're focused. You're going to give us the 14 weeks that we need from you to be able to complete the course in its entirety.
Well, hey, I would like to think that if somebody is unemployed and they're driven and focused and ready to work, then they'll be waiting at the door from 7 a.m., ready to kick down the door, and they're ready to sign up again. Just drive home again the importance of these programs and what it means to our business community.
And in addition to what Ms. Lang said, also a valid Bahamian passport, like very important. So these programs are very important, because we understand that we want to make sure that in our economy, we want to be able to have high rankings for productivity within this region and in the Bahamas. And customer service, as we know, is very important, and training is very important. So all of these particular programs that we have help to target the workforce, help our young people to get trained for the workforce, and help our business professionals to raise the productivity and performance in the workforce.
I'm excited, and I'm so happy that you came on the show this morning, spreading the good news of how the National Training Agency is transforming lives one student at a time. Congratulations on all your successes to date and your future successes, pumping out a new generation of Bahamian workforce, community members. I'm so excited about this. Thank you all again for being on the show.
One trainee at a time.
One trainee at a time. I like that.
We're not a school.
There you
One
go.
trainee at a time.
One trainee at a time.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you all so much. We appreciate you all being on the show.
It's a pleasure being here.
Continue doing well. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Well, it has been a great start to the week here on Bahamas at Sunrise. Such an inspirational note to leave on. Just such great conversations about making a better life and extending your life as much as possible, particularly for those who are facing cancer diagnoses of various kinds. Great to see the work that's being done in our community to help those among us. I hope that you take this attitude of helping and service and support throughout your week. And I hope that you're back with us on Friday to hear about more exciting things and more great things happening in our community. Have a great week, guys.